Oh my god.
Hey guys.
Oh my god.
Have a good night, guys.
Taylor Swift just stepped out for a date night that quietly poked a hole in everything the internet thought it knew about her wedding. Because while the entire world has been obsessing over New York City, picturing a secret ceremony in a downtown apartment with a street cordoned off, the most famous bride on the planet was photographed hand in hand with her fiancé hundreds of miles away in Florida, looking happier and more relaxed than she has in weeks. And that single sighting may say more about what is really going on than any leak, any rumor, or any anonymous source has all month. Here's what happened. Taylor and Travis Kelce were spotted leaving a restaurant in the Palm Beach area for a date night, and the two of them did the thing that drives fans absolutely wild. They color coordinated. Taylor reportedly wore a sleek black mini dress. Travis matched her in a black short-sleeved button-down paired with checkered black and white pants. They walked out hand in hand to a waiting vehicle, completely at ease, as a small crowd that had gathered outside cheered them on. And in a moment that perfectly captures who Travis is, he reportedly turned to the fans and called out a friendly, "Have a good night, guys," before helping Taylor into the car. No tension, no hiding, no frantic security scramble, just two people in love, soaking up a warm Florida evening, looking like the most normal, extraordinary couple on earth.
Oh my god.
Hey guys.
Oh my god.
Have a good night, guys.
Now here is why that location matters more than the outfits. Travis is reportedly down in Florida training for the upcoming NFL season after signing a one-year deal that brings him back for a 14th year in the league. Sources say he has reportedly rented a massive home in the Boca Raton area, a property reportedly worth around $20 million, specifically to be close to his trainer as he gets his body ready for another grueling season. And Taylor, rather than staying behind, has reportedly been splitting her time, going back and forth between Florida and New York, refusing to spend these final weeks before the wedding apart from him. Think about what that tells you. In the middle of planning the most watched wedding of the year, with 1,000 details to manage, she is reportedly choosing to be wherever he is. That is not a couple drifting toward a business arrangement wedding. That is a couple that genuinely cannot stand to be in different cities. And it raises a fascinating question that the sighting practically begs you to ask. If the wedding is supposedly happening in New York, why is the bride spending so much of her time in Florida? Maybe it is simple. Maybe she just wants to be with him while he trains. But maybe, just maybe, it is one more piece of misdirection in a wedding that has reportedly been built entirely around throwing people off the trail. Because the more you watch this couple, the clearer it becomes that almost nothing about this wedding is where the public thinks it is. So here is everything else swirling around them right now, because this date night is just the latest chapter in a story that keeps getting wilder. Start with the location drama, which took a major turn. For months, the entire internet was convinced the wedding would happen in a charming little coastal town in Rhode Island, either at Taylor's famous seaside estate or a nearby luxury resort. That theory has now reportedly collapsed. The most telling clue came from the town itself, where local police and officials reportedly say they have no knowledge whatsoever of any wedding plans involving the couple. And that silence is deafening, because when a different celebrity couple got married at that very same resort a couple of years ago, local authorities were reportedly deeply involved in the preparations for an event the size of a Taylor Swift wedding, with the security and road closures it would demand. The complete absence of any local footprint reportedly tells you everything. The Rhode Island fairy tale appears to be off.
I got a prediction where it is, I don't know. I think it's going to be at her penthouse, at her apartment, which is how Beyonce and Jay-Z got married. They didn't do it at a venue, they did it at the apartment.
Something
they can
private and controlled.
Yeah.
Which brings the focus back to the guest list, and one of the biggest surprises yet. For weeks, the story was that Taylor had cut former best friend and supermodel Karlie Kloss out of the wedding entirely, the latest casualty of a friendship that had cooled over the years. But that story has now reportedly flipped completely. Sources now say Kloss is in fact invited, with insiders revealing that the two women reportedly made up quite some time ago, and that whatever real issues once existed between them are now water under the bridge. After years of speculation about one of pop culture's most famous friendship breakups, the wedding invite is reportedly the clearest sign yet that the two have quietly buried the hatchet. But while one friend is reportedly back in, another couple is reportedly out. Actor Miles Teller and his wife, model Kay Lee, longtime friends of both Taylor and Travis, are reportedly not on the guest list after a quiet falling out.
You and Kelly maybe be attending the wedding?
You know, I don't know. That is going to be, I imagine, one impressive wedding. But yeah, just very happy for them. I've known, Trav for a while too, and yeah, I think they're having a blast. That's the point.
One source described it as a sad time, with the rift reportedly tied to the two women simply growing apart over different lifestyles. It is a fascinating contrast. Old wounds with Kloss reportedly healed just in time, while a more recent friendship reportedly cooled right before the big day. That is the reality of a guest list this scrutinized. Every name in and every name out becomes its own headline. The guest list keeps filling out in other ways, too. Rising pop star Benson Boone is reportedly invited and expected to attend, with the timing working out perfectly since the wedding is reportedly planned for the 3rd of July and his next scheduled performance is not until a few days later. Little by little, the picture of who will actually be in the room is reportedly coming into focus, and it is shaping up to be exactly the celebrity-packed celebration everyone expected. Now, while the names get sorted, the secrecy around everything else reportedly remains airtight. There are reportedly no mailed invitations at all, because mailed details can be photographed and leaked. Instead, Taylor is reportedly calling guests personally, one by one, giving them the date and the city by voice, and then stopping right there. People are reportedly being told to keep their summer open and simply wait, with the exact location revealed only when the moment arrives. Some have started calling it a ghost wedding, because even the invited guests do not fully know where they are going.
She is not actually sending out save the dates. Instead, guys, she is actually calling people and telling them, hey, keep this date.
And it reportedly goes even further, with rumors that some of the details that did circulate were deliberately false, planted specifically to confuse the public and anyone trying to piece the day together. That obsession with control reportedly extends to the most powerful figure in fashion. Anna Wintour, the legendary editor whose approval can shape an entire industry, reportedly offered to help plan the wedding. And Taylor reportedly turned her down, choosing to run the entire day herself in the name of authenticity over spectacle. The same guarding reportedly applies to the dress, with reports of 6 gowns commissioned from multiple designers, several of them deliberate decoys. Every designer is locked behind a non-disclosure agreement so that a single leak could be traced to its exact source. 6 gowns just to protect one walk down the aisle. The bridal party has reportedly become its own quiet competition. The most coveted role, maid of honor, is reportedly the subject of a friendly tug-of-war among Taylor's famous circle, with Selena Gomez widely seen as the front-runner thanks to a friendship stretching back more than 15 years. There is also reportedly tension over a strict no-plus-one policy, with one invitee so frustrated about having to attend alone that she has reportedly considered skipping the wedding altogether. And the seating chart reportedly carries its own intrigue, with one report claiming Travis is biting his lip over the fact that one famous guest is bringing an even more famous musician as her date.
Some guests have suggested that they have not been invited alongside a partner, and they are livid.
Well, the whole +1 thing is a little bit tricky. I would suggest that it comes more into play if the bride and groom are struggling a bit for money and they want to keep the numbers down.
Even the pre-wedding celebrations are reportedly being treated like major productions. Taylor has reportedly set a budget of $10 million for Travis's bachelor party, a relaxed island getaway built around golf with his brother and his quarterback. Meanwhile, her own plans reportedly involve multiple bachelorette trips across several favorite destinations alongside her closest friends. And in the middle of guarding every secret she has, Taylor is reportedly releasing a brand new original song tied to one of the biggest family films of the summer, arriving today. Only she could lock her personal life down like a vault and still drop fresh music that sends the entire fan base into a frenzy on the very same day she is spotted out on a date night. The money side has its own storyline. Sources say a prenuptial agreement is almost certainly being finalized before the ceremony, and the most interesting part is reportedly not what goes in it, but where it gets signed. With some locations offering far stronger protections than others, the people advising her reportedly understand that difference down to the last clause, treating it as careful planning rather than any sign of doubt. There is also the broader report that Taylor's whole world has reportedly grown smaller, with the couple reportedly spending less time filling their calendars with others and more time simply enjoying each other. One insider described it as a real-life love song. The Florida date night reportedly fits that perfectly. Two people, far from the noise, choosing each other over the party. And Travis keeps making headlines beyond the romance. He reportedly bought a minority stake in his hometown baseball team, calling himself a kid from the Heights, living the dream.
Skull Guards, baby! It's a dream come true for a Cleveland kid. Any Cleveland kid would be through the roof right now, and I'm happy to be the honorable one to get to do it for us, man.
Setting off jokes that the bride was secretly funding it, at a recent playoff game sitting courtside beside Taylor, he reportedly pulled off a beer chug so enthusiastic that his own brother roasted him for it on their podcast.
The internet would beg to differ, you classless. You're a role model, Travis. You cannot be out there chugging beers in public.
I'll chug this accelerator right now. It was a classy chug, Jason. All right, didn't spill one drop. Didn't crush the can. I'm on hardwood floor at an NBA game. Could have got messy. It was a smooth, classy chug to get the people going.
And the music world keeps circling back to Taylor, with one of the biggest names in hip-hop reportedly slipping a friendship bracelet tribute tied to her tour, and a lyric naming her into his latest release. So here is the bottom line. Taylor and Travis were spotted on a color-coordinated date night in Florida, where he is reportedly training for a 14th NFL season out of a $20 million rental, while she splits her time to stay close to him. The Rhode Island wedding is reportedly off, with local officials there reportedly unaware of any plans. Carly Kloss is reportedly back on the guest list after the former best friends reportedly made up, while Miles and Kaylee Teller are reportedly out after a falling out, and Benson Boone is reportedly invited. There are reportedly no mailed invitations, just personal calls, with rumors of deliberately fake details. Taylor reportedly turned down Anna Wintour, reportedly commissioned 6 gowns with several decoys, and Selena Gomez is the reported frontrunner for Maid of Honor. The bachelor party reportedly has a $10 million budget. A new song arrives today. The prenup is reportedly being finalized, and Travis bought a stake in his hometown team while a hip-hop heavyweight tucked a tribute to her into his music. 28 days until the 3rd of July, the world is watching New York. The bride keeps turning up in Florida, the guest list keeps flipping, the secrets keep holding, and through all of it, the simplest truth keeps shining through every blurry fan video and every cheering crowd. Wherever these two actually end up saying "I do," they would rather be together in a parking lot in Palm Beach than apart in the most beautiful venue on earth. And that, more than any leak or rumor, is the real story here. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.